Hi, I'm Tiffany with New Perspective Fitness, and in this gentle aging micro workout, we're going to be targeting upper body flexibility. I'm going to guide you through seated stretches designed to relieve tension and increase your range of motion. We're going to begin with a chair, so grab yours and let's get moving. Begin forward in your chairs. To keep your hips square to the room, you have an option of using a yoga block or a Pilates ball in between your knees. Reach your right arm up, and I want you to imagine that you're dumping water out of your left ear. We're going to lean to the left side of the room and feel this nice, deep stretch on your right side body. So seated lateral flexion strengthens the muscles along the sides of the torso. It counteracts slouching and it promotes a more upright and balanced posture. Breathe deeply in this stretch. Now bring your right arm up. Take your left arm up. Now, if you can get your arm up by your ear, that's wonderful. I don't want any irritation in your shoulder. So if your arm is more forward, that's okay for your body. Hug the yoga block. Imagine you're dumping water out of your right ear and move into this nice lateral flexion. Breathe deeply. So stretching the sides of the body also encourages our core muscles to contract and engage, so it can help with improving balance. And a stronger core is going to reduce the risk of falls, and it supports daily activities. Slowly bring your left arm up and return to seated. For this next stretch, if your chair allows it, you may stay seated. Now, mine's a little limiting, so I'm going to stand. We're grabbing either a stretching strap or a towel. And I'll show you the side view here. So you can see that I have an underhand grip. Now, where you grab is really dependent on your shoulder flexibility and mobility. So if you have tight shoulders, you could have your arms fairly wide apart. Otherwise, for a deeper stretch, you can walk your hands closer together. Keeping your rib cage down and your core braced, we are going to lift the band away, the stretching strap away from our backside, that posterior chain, and then slowly come back in. We're exhaling as we lift away, and then inhale to lower back down. Let's do 2 more here. One more repetition, and now hold. All right. So this is called chest expansion, and it's a simple and effective way to open up your chest to improve your posture. This helps to release tightness in the shoulders and the upper back, and it makes it easier for us to breathe deeply and stand tall. By doing this stretch regularly, you're going to keep your upper body feeling flexible and strong. I want you to keep this strap or towel nice and taut as you hold this stretch and breathe deeply. And now slowly release the strap down. We're now seated and we're moving into a seated forward fold. This is for our low back and our hips. For this movement and stretch, you may want yoga blocks, and if that's you, bring your yoga blocks in front of you. We have our stance wide, and I want you to place your hands on your thighs, and we're all slowly going to move into a forward fold. Now you may keep your back flat, or you may round a little bit, but try to keep your neck neutral. So we're looking down at the ground. You may place your hands on yoga blocks or the ground. It really just depends on your flexibility. We're getting a deep stretch in our low back and our hips. Be sure to breathe deeply here And we want to try to relax our body into this stretch. That's why we either have our legs or ankle complex, the floor, or the yoga blocks to really relax into this deep stretch. Slowly exit this pose, and we're now moving into an upper back stretch. So that was for the low back. For the upper back, we're going to clasp our hands and our arms are straight out in front of us. Now we're going to do a few repetitions first so you can watch me. We are going to punch our arms forward, and I want you to round the upper back and your head and neck into a C curve. So do that with me right now. And then return to your neutral position. Let's do 2 more. So we're going to have our arms nice and straight, arms clasped, reaching, and then round forward through the upper back and your head and neck. And then return. We're feeling this stretch right in between our shoulder blades. It's stretching the rhomboids and the middle trapezius, and it counteracts rounding of the shoulders that can get really tight. Let's do 1 more. So arms nice and straight, and then round forward, and now hold this stretch. And slowly exit that pose. We're finishing with a seated tricep stretch. Bring your right arm up and pat just the middle of your back. Your left hand can apply overpressure onto the right elbow and really try to think of having nice upright posture. I'm pressing the back of my head into my right arm as I stretch the back of my arm and the shoulder on the right side. And keeping this area nice and flexible really helps with anything that you do where you reach overhead. So grabbing items from a high shelf. We're loosening tight muscles in the triceps and shoulders, and it just makes movement feel easier. Let's release these arms down. Bring the left arm up. Pat the center of the back. Press your head into that left arm and use your right hand to just gently pull your elbow in, deepening the stretch. Breathe deeply. By gently moving your elbow and shoulder, we're keeping these joints flexible and healthy. We're stretching our triceps and shoulders to open up our upper body and to encourage a more upright and confident posture. And release. Thank you so much for joining me for this upper body stretch. I'm Tiffany with New Perspective Fitness, and I'll catch you next time.